we are
And we
live.
are live. And we are live. We are live. So, how is everybody doing? All right, before I check, no, sorry, before we go further, I want to see if our audio and video is all right.
Yeah, that's what I want to check. Okay, I can't see it.
I can't see my.
It is showing we are live.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking because it's not
It
showing.
is showing we are live. Yes, everything is fine.
Yeah, yes, I was checking on. All right. So how is everybody doing? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? How was your Monday?
Awesome, sleepless.
And how was the Monday?
The Monday was actually very exciting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was actually very nice. We
You see me
we
smiling today.
yeah. I'll show you again.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We
If you
have
can see this, I don't
it's
know if you can.
blur. Go back, go back, go back a
Yeah.
bit, go back a bit.
But that's all
Stay.
right. So yeah, this is something's cooking. Something's cooking. We've been shooting a lot of content.
Yes, and it was a lot of fun today.
Yeah, and there's a lot more things coming up.
Yes, yes. We have so many things lined up, and say we have been saying so much content is coming up, but today was the first step towards it because we've been so much into planning. I think our problem is that we plan a lot, and but we finally thought, forget everything. Let's just dive in. Like this is it. So today was that day where we just dived in and we started making content, and soon it'll be up, and we're excited.
Yeah, that's because we are flying overseas as well. So
Yes.
there's a lot of content already
Yes.
booked up or
Alara's
set up.
first international trip.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be very good. So yeah, there's a lot of things cooking. As we said, look, 2024, we will try. We are trying to go as much as possible on
Media.
media, sharing information,
Hmm.
and getting you equipped to. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, and getting you equipped to make the right decision for yourself, make the
Yes.
right investment decision for yourself. Because
Yes.
as we always say, don't invest in something you don't know.
Yes.
And if you are thinking about investing in something, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you get all the information before getting into it.
And on due diligence part, Arsha, in the last week we've gotten so many calls
Oh my
for
goodness.
from
Yeah, it was crazy.
from
It had to happen.
no, not on that. I'm saying regarding NDIS, we've gotten so many calls, people saying that their houses are empty, their
Yeah,
properties
that's
are
what I'm saying.
empty.
That had to happen.
Yes, and
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then we are on the same
Yeah,
page.
yeah, yeah. It
Their
had to
houses
happen.
are empty, their properties are empty. Either they want to sell, either they're looking for participants, or and most interestingly, we just got a call from a fellow who said that there's a client. It's his client, but they have an NDIS house from last few months. It has been empty, and before also it was tenanted for 40 or 50 grand. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
complete
crazy.
rip off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now
Yeah.
from 4 or 5 months it's just empty, and
And
it's
then the other client that called is like, look,
I just
since
want to
this is,
sell.
I just want to sell. I mean, since the house is being handed over, there have been no single tenant. He just can't. Down. Look, the interest rates are already high, no doubt in that. But look, I mean, you can't hold an investment which is not giving you any
But it's
return.
just a shock that in the last week we've gotten so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
calls.
especially in the last week, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
and it's sad that people are being cheated. People are
yeah,
misdirected in such a way. When you put in so much of your money, your hard-earned money in something that you think is going to provide you that financial freedom you're looking for, or maybe you're looking for a trip, or to pay your kids school fees, or
or
anything,
whatever. Yeah, look,
anything,
whatever. Look, because you're
and it just
investing.
gets shattered. Rather, you keep on paying that mortgage. It's so sad. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and look, at the same time, obviously, if you're not getting tenants, um, you're gonna sell eventually.
Yes.
You can't keep an empty house. You can't keep an investment which is not giving you any return. But the problem is, look, it's hard to sell that investment now, that property,
Yes.
because it is not giving any return. Even if it gets sold, it is still going to another investor who's going to face the same thing.
Exactly. And the worst part is some people come and a lot of people come and tell us, oh, SDA properties, weren't they supposed to be selling for a higher price? You said it had more prices to it and everything.
Yeah,
But that condition only applies when your house is made in a place where there are participants looking for the house. The
yeah,
house is not going to be sold with an extra top up money or anything until unless you don't have the participants. If that house is being vacant and in the waste, you can't expect us to sell that 700 or 800 grand property into $1 million property. you
yeah,
know
that's true.
just because it's
And
an SDA,
yeah, that's
the
true.
tag is not going to work in your favor. The participants have to be there.
Yeah, it's just like a business, you know.
Yeah,
If the business is not giving you any return, you can't sell the business for a higher price.
absolutely.
The business is
Absolutely.
going to sell for a higher price if it is giving you that higher return. So that is one problem in SDA. Secondly, there's been a lot of uh, I won't say bluff, but there's been a lot of talks in the market. The other day, a client came to us and we gave him the price. We gave him all the procedure, the system, that the process that we go through, and we can't go left and right from that process, because
Yeah.
that is what works for us. That is what works for our clients, what works for the investor, and it is giving us 100% of the results. Uh, so when he went back, like follow up, and he was like, look, you're giving me this price. Let's say a hypothetical price. Hypothetically, you're giving me 800,000 on the market. We found somebody who can even get us that property for 700,000. I was like, look, if you want to go, you can go. I mean, we're not the cheapest, but we make sure that we work for the investor.
Mm.
We negotiate the deals for you, but we want to make sure we go in an area where there are participants, and we build a house in which participants would love to live. At the end of the day, this is going to be their forever home.
Plus,
So
for
we
you also, it's a long-term investment. It's not a one-time investment. It's not a one-year investment. You have to think long-term, and for long-term, you have to be sure that even if you have to put in a little extra grand right now, that is going to last you in the
yeah,
longer run,
I
right?
don't know what happens is when people when investors are investing in traditional property, their mindset is totally different. But as soon as they come up with NDIS, they shift, and their mindset shifts to short term instead of long term. Well,
Yeah.
in traditional, they're thinking 5, 10, 20 years. Over here, they want results in 1 year. They want instant results. I don't know what's wrong. This is the NDIS space. So if not done right, it can be a big disaster. And that
Yeah.
is the reason we don't cut corners and we don't go left or right from our process, because that gives us
There's no
our return.
point. There's no
And
point.
you know what? Apart from NDIS, actually, we said we're going to talk about SMSF last week.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the broker who was about to come on the live, he had an emergency, so he couldn't join us. But, but we will try to get him next week, and we'll talk about SMSF, and we will even try to get a financial planner. Can't promise, don't promise, can't promise. Don't
Yes.
promise, can't promise, don't promise. I
That's
can't,
his
yeah,
department. So
I
I'm
can't
just going to
promise,
leave it on him.
but we'll definitely get a mortgage broker, and we'll talk about SMSF and what are the pros and cons of SMSF, how it's structured, if it is good for you or not. Because look, at the end of the day, not every type of investment. Look, there's no right or wrong,
Of
uh,
course.
but we need to see what kind of investment suits your situation and your goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be talking about that, the pros and cons of SMSF, and look, why keep money in your super? That's what I think.
I
Why
know.
why why
I know.
why spend your retirement on $42, $43 a day?
Mm.
I mean, that's nothing. Why don't you get control of your super and invest in what you think is going to give you higher returns when you're getting retired, because that's what your super is for. I've seen a lot of people having two, three, four, five, six, 700,000 in their super, but they don't know if they can invest or not. So we'll be talking about SMSF, self-managed super fund, and how you can invest in property through SMSF. So that's one thing. Secondly, there is some good news coming up. The interest rates are going to drop. The economics are saying that they're going to drop. The four banks are saying they're going to drop. I was listening to a representative from CBA, Commonwealth Bank, and good days are coming. Look, happy days are coming. I was reading another article the other day, and people are struggling. People are actually struggling to pay their mortgage, and Anna is struggling to focus on
I
to focus on the live right now instead of texting, but that's all right.
I was
She's a businesswoman, but she's a mama as well, so that is all right. Uh, can't blame the mama, you know. Mamas are mamas.
I can hear my baby in the background.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I even hear my baby in the sleep. It's like I was gone out the other day, and I could still hear Alara speak. I don't know. It's just in there now.
Alara
Um,
speak nahi, Alara
Alara
cry.
cry, not speak. Yeah, she doesn't speak. She either screams or cry.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's about it. We'll talk about SMSF next week.
Mhm.
100%. And look, make sure you do your due diligence, guys. Make sure you do your research before going and buying any kind of investment.
Yes, because this week we've just had
That is
to deal
crazy.
with terrible stories and we've felt bad, and it's just something that we have been discussing continuously, that what is wrong with people.
And look, LTA is just a start. People have started investing in a positive cash flow properties. We really focus on positive cash flow properties. We really focus on specialized products, which can give you short-term gains but long-term returns as well.
Yes.
Because not everybody is able to pay from their own pocket when they're
Yeah,
starting
and
their
saying
investment
that,
journey.
just don't keep your mind open, keep your keep your options open. When you say positive cash flow, don't get stuck on SDA. If it's not SDA, I'll just go for a normal house. No, you have so many options, explore them.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, don't be
yeah.
rigid, I think.
Yeah, and I totally forgot what I was about to say. You didn't let me complete.
Oh, I thought you were done. I'm a mama.
Mama, you know, mamas. Yeah, I was actually saying, look, LTA is just the start, but with co-living, a lot of people are building some shitty plans in co-living as well, and that's going to be a disaster in the future as well. So we really, really try to be different. We really try to be practical, short-term and long-term for the investor and for the people who are coming in and living in the property. So yeah, look, do your research, and that's about it. See you next week, and make it happen Monday. We have got a busy week ahead before we go overseas.
It's insane.
And look, give us some questions, guys.
Yeah.
Give us some questions. What are you thinking? What are you struggling with? What are your questions? And we'll be more. Look, even if you don't want to put your questions over here in the live or in the comments, DM us, and we'll try to answer your questions. It'll help us to talk about things you're actually struggling about.
Actually, Arshak, I got few DMs regarding SDAs.
Did you?
Yes, last week, these
She's a
properties
mama.
and
That's
everything.
fine.
Uh,
That's fine. I'm
I
so
did get a
sorry.
lot of.
I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry.
No, I told you. I told you that I've got a lot of inquiries regarding SDA, these cells and participants and all of these. When people have been listening to NDS, they've been coming to us and they've been DMing me, what should I do with my property? It's empty and all of those. The client I was talking about actually was the one who saw our live and DM'd us.
Yeah.
I did tell you about the
I
client.
know,
I
I know
just
you
did not
did.
tell you the source. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. We gotta be on the same page.
The source is not important.
Okay,
The client is important.
We are together here. We gotta be on the same page. Yeah. Look, sir. Look, that's nice. Look, talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us. It'll help us create content. It'll help us to answer basically things that you want to know about. With that said,
we are going to sign off.
see you next week. Have a great week, guys.
Bye bye. And we are not live.